I watched a girl fake a seizure on stage to ruin a talent show, but the way the paramedics exposed her was absolute gold. Here is the backstory. I went to high school with a girl named Caitlin, who was the definition of main character syndrome. If the spotlight wasn't on her, she would physically malfunction. If someone else got class president, Caitlin had a family emergency. If someone else got a boyfriend, Caitlin's grandma died again. But it started getting weird with the fire alarms. For months, the alarm would go off during the most inconvenient times: pep rallies, lunch, assemblies. Everyone thought it was a glitch until the janitor found a pencil jammed into the alarm mechanism behind the art wing. And not just any pencil. It had C.M. carved into the wood. Caitlin Martinez. She claimed she was framed, but we all knew the truth. We started calling her Fire Girl. You would think being caught would stop her, but she just leveled up. She realized that medical emergencies got way more sympathy than fire drills. Suddenly, Caitlin had every condition in the medical book, but the timing was always suspicious. It only happened when someone else was winning. When my friend Ashley got asked to prom by the star quarterback in the hallway, Caitlin fainted right in front of them before Ashley could say yes. When our basketball team won regionals, she started hyperventilating at the buzzer. The nurse, Mrs. Foster, was onto her. She noticed that Caitlin never had these episodes during boring math classes, only during big social events. But nobody could prove she was faking. Until the talent show. This was the final straw. A girl named Alia had been practicing violin for 6 months. She was incredible, competition level good. The whole school was hyped to hear her play. Alia walked onto the stage, the spotlight hit her, she raised her bow, and the second the first note played, bam! Caitlin screamed from the front row and dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes. It was chaos. Eyes rolled back, twitching, the full dramatic performance. The music stopped. Alia was just standing there, forgotten, while the whole school watched Caitlin. Parents were filming. Teachers were running. Someone called 911. The paramedics arrived and carried her backstage. I was on the stage crew, so I was standing right behind the curtain listening. They were checking her vitals, shining lights in her eyes, pinching her arm. Nothing. She was playing dead perfectly. Then, one of the paramedics frowned. He looked at the heart monitor, then at Caitlin. Her pulse was steady. Her breathing was calm. Her eyelids were fluttering just a little bit, resisting the light. He knew. He leaned down close to her ear and whispered to his partner, but loud enough for her to hear. Her vitals are stable, but she's unresponsive. If she doesn't wake up in the next 10 seconds, we are going to have to insert a catheter to check for internal bleeding. I have never seen a miracle happen so fast. Caitlin sat up so fast she almost gave herself whiplash. Her eyes popped open and she looked around with this fake confused face, saying, "What? Where am I? What happened?" The paramedic just looked at her and said, "Welcome back." Half the backstage crew heard it. The story spread through the auditorium before the show even ended. By Monday morning, everyone knew she had resurrected herself to avoid a catheter. Her parents pulled her out of school a month later out of pure embarrassment.